Welcome back to POL. You know, we've spent the last two segments showing you this incredible place here in Center County, Penns Caves, but we've also got to remind you there are other places that you can go and visit, like the Carbon County Environmental Education Center. You're going to hear from Susan Gallagher.
This is Carbon County Environmental Education Center. We are located at the west end of Mauch Chunk Lake Park. We're just outside the town of Jim Thorpe. So Jim Thorpe sees an awful lot of tourist traffic, particularly on the weekends. They have some summer festivals, fall foliage festivals. This is kind of the quiet end of the tourist district. So if you're looking for a quiet place, just to come walk with the family on some relatively easy trails, get a look at the lake, do some bird watching, this is the place to be. Next year will be our 40-year anniversary here. The grounds are open during all daylight hours. The building is open weekdays 8 to 4:30, weekends 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and we are open to the public free of charge. No matter what you enjoy doing, even if you want to if people just come and sit at the pavilion, there's a little area where they can have a cookout. So people come and they just read the paper, listen to the birds, and have a nice, quiet, relaxing place. So inside you have a lot of your basic nature center displays, the touch table, there's a few live animals, some snakes. It's a good place to come if you want to sort of conquer your fear of snakes, meet some of our relatively easygoing reptiles that we use here in education.
I know I've brought my grandchildren here. I've always seen kids standing at those birds. Tell me about the birds you have on display.
Yeah, we have probably about 25 injured and non-releasable birds of prey, and people can come, again, free of charge. You can view them. There's some signage there to kind of explain what you're looking at, and these are all birds that for the most part have been hit by cars or gunshot wounds, which we try to fix and release, return to the wild. We're a licensed wildlife rehabilitation center as well. Sometimes that doesn't work. So then what we do is, if the bird is amenable to it, perhaps keep it in captivity, use it in education, allow people the chance to have that experience with a wild bird that maybe they wouldn't otherwise.
And in our viewing area, probably one of the first to have a bald eagle and a golden eagle.
Bald eagle and a golden eagle, yeah. Golden eagles do not nest here in Pennsylvania. They don't nest in the United States, to my knowledge. So they pass through in migration. And in the year 2001, we had a golden eagle who unfortunately was shot up near the northern tier in Pennsylvania. She's not able to be released, so she has agreed to stay here and allow people to meet her. We take her out, she goes to programs, and people get the chance to experience something like that alive and close up.
We're now inside, and like you said, there's tons of everything.
Our decor is sensory overload, I call it, because there's a lot of stuff. And this is, again, coming up on 40 years worth of, collecting random things that kids might be able to learn from, people donating things. We have a lot of donated taxidermy. Some of it's a little bit dog-eared, but the upside is we do allow kids to touch. There are so many opportunities, that kids miss out on being able to touch things. How many times do you say to a kid, don't touch that, don't touch that? So when they come here, they can touch basically everything. This is Rosie. She's our albino corn snake. She is pushing 30 years old herself. Yes. Her colors, she's kind of not very intimidating, so if you want your first experience with a snake and you want it to be positive, I think she's a nice kind of pastel colored creamsicle orange, so
right.
Maybe not as threatening. She was someone's pet and ended up homeless, and so we agreed to take her, and boy, she was only about the size of a pencil back then. That was a long time ago, back in '98. So
how do you describe the feel of a snake? I know I love it, the smoothness, non-scaliness. How do you describe it?
Smooth, it's dry, it doesn't leave any kind of residue on your fingers or on your hands. Now, of course, if you pick up a garter snake or a water snake in the wild, you know what they can do. But here in captivity, she's very smooth, very dry, and also relatively warm. She was under her heat lamp. Snakes, of course, are cold-blooded, so they bask in warmth to be able to warm up their bodies. She was under her heat lamp, so she feels kind of warm and kind of active. We also do some fundraisers, and we have some fundraisers coming up. We have something called the Rattlesnake Run, which is a 5K fundraiser that we do every summer, and we do a whitewater rafting trip down the summer float section of the Lehigh. So you can go out and you can have a good time and you can enjoy some of these beautiful places in Carbon County and help support what we do here as well.
And you do take donations. How can somebody donate to you?
We absolutely take donations. We're just at the tail end of our membership drive. Memberships are relatively inexpensive, and there are some benefits that come along with that. Those benefits and online membership form is available on our website, again, carboneec.org, or you can stop in. You can stop in and you can see how and where your donation dollars might be put to work. They help us, number one, with our wildlife rehabilitation program, because that does cost money. We're the only licensed center in Carbon County. We like to be able to offer that as a public service. And also, many of the public programs that we offer, for example, those bird walks and plant walks and things, those are available for free. We have a nature club for children that meets usually third Sunday of the month. We have a program called the Creepy Crawlers for 2, 3, and 4-year-olds. That meets once a month. So we have some recurring events as well. And those, again, are either free or we only ask for a small donation. And that's how we keep the cost of that low. We want everybody to be able to experience this, to have the opportunity to go outside in a comfortable setting, maybe with a naturalist, and just enjoy the outdoors.
Thank you, Susan. Good luck to you and Jeannie and Franklin this summer. I hope you're good and busy and a lot of people learn a lot from you. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.